Good Wednesday to you. This next assignment will be our last one for this module. We'll be talking a little bit about storyboarding your script. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is on this slide here, go ahead and watch this video. It's only about a minute and a half. Talks a little bit about storyboarding and some good tips on how to do that. So why storyboard? Not all directors storyboard their films. Sometimes they'll just storyboard certain parts of the film. But a storyboarding is a good way to translate your ideas into a picture, into an image. Sometimes when explaining a scene or a shot to someone, they may not understand it with words, but if it's in a picture, it's a lot easier to understand. So think of a storyboard as a graphic novelization of your script. Where each panel represents a new camera angle or key moment in the action. So just taking your script and graphically novelizing that. It also ensures to make sure you get the coverage that you want, and you're not missing any shots, similar to your shot list, which you did yesterday. It's economical in that you can actually draw out your shots as opposed to actually shooting the shots, which would cost a lot more money, a lot more time. So it's a good way to kind of figure out ahead of time what shots are going to work and which ones aren't. And as I mentioned before, sometimes directors will just use it for big action sequences because the fast pace of the editing, the movement, making sure that all the shots are being done. Storyboarding is a good way to kind of lay all that out so everybody on the team can all see it together, can talk about it and understand it before they actually start filming. So what I'm going to have you do is, again, everything is being based off your final draft script, just like the shot list was that you did yesterday. So there's going to be a template you're going to find in Unified Classroom. So let's go there, and it's here, exercise 15, drawing storyboards. Now this is a PDF, so you can't actually type on it, and I did that for a specific reason, because I want you to actually hand draw your storyboards. So if there's a way you could print this out, go ahead and do that. You can download it, or the other thing you could do is just recreate it by hand on a blank piece of paper. So let's open that up and see what it looks like. It's basically just 6 boxes with lines underneath them. This part here, planning the filming of the promotional film, ignore that. This is just a template I found online because I wanted to find one that had 6 boxes on one screen or on one page. So if you can't print it out, just take a blank piece of paper and recreate this. Draw 6 boxes and draw some lines underneath the boxes. Or if you don't want to draw the lines, this is where you're going to write some stuff. So you don't need the lines, just knowing you need some space to be able to do some writing under the boxes. Alrighty. Using a pencil or pen, create storyboard pictures of 6 of your shots. So I'm going to have you go through and just look over your script, find 6 different shots, imagining if you were actually filming your script. Find 6 different shots that you would actually be shooting in your film. It could all be in the first scene, it could be throughout the film, it doesn't really matter. This is important though. You must include white arrow for camera movement, zooming in and out, panning left and right, which is what you see here. So these white arrows represent that the camera is slowly panning in, or zooming in, sorry, into this picture. If the arrows were pointing out, they would be zooming out. If the arrow was going to the left, that means the camera would be panning to the left. Same thing with the right. And black arrows for the actor or prop movement. And this shows a red arrow, but this is the best example I could find. This shows that this character in this camera shot is moving from here and moving this way. So do that with a black arrow. You don't need to use color for this assignment. Everything's in black and white, again with pencil or pen. On the lines under each box, describe in detail what is happening in the shot. So this is Johnny is moving towards Billy, who's standing here, because Billy has, I don't know, a cookie, and Johnny wants a cookie. So that's what you're going to describe. just give me enough detail so I understand what's happening in the shot. I don't need to know which scene it is. I don't need to know which page it's on. Just describe the shot. Once you're done doing all 6, remember there's 6 different storyboards that you're going to do. Once you complete all 6 of those, take a photo of the storyboard sheet and submit it in Unified Classroom. Please make sure the photo is clear and covers the entire sheet. So zoom in or move your camera close enough to the paper so it encompasses the entire frame of the picture. And make sure it's in focus so I can actually see it and read it. And this assignment is due by midnight on Wednesday. So pretty straightforward, just 6 pictures, including if there's any movement in the shot, including arrows, camera movement. So white arrows for camera movement, black arrows for character movements. If there's any questions, please let me know. As a reminder, after this, Thursday will be a day of review, and Friday we'll take the quiz. That's all I got. See you tomorrow.